Back in February, the Southern Poverty Law Center said that the economic meltdown and the election of President Obama could fuel the surge in hate groups. So is that part of what we're seeing with these latest hate crimes? Carol Swain is a law professor at Vanderbilt University and the author of The New White Nationalism in America. She studied the effect of hate-filled internet writings on so-called lone wolves. I spoke with Carol earlier. This devil's brew of conditions, you say, is kind of leading to an increase, not only rhetoric, but crimes as well. What do you mean by devil's brew? What are the conditions?
Well, the conditions have been brewing for a long time. They include the fact that whites are decreasing as a percentage of the population. Sometime before, I guess around 2042, whites will be a minority in this country. For some time, they have been concerned about the high levels of immigration. There's frustration about affirmative action. There's fear of minority crime, and there's a sense that whites are getting the short end of the stick.
So I guess coupled with high unemployment, the bad economy, and then President Obama, you say that some extremists, were actually happy to have Obama in the running for president.
Yes.
Why?
Yes, because I believe it was David Duke that made the comment that the white nationalist movement needed a visual image, and they felt like the election of a black president would show white America how much ground it has lost.
So for some of these extremists on the right, President Obama is a symbol, not as he is for many voters, of a post-racial America, but a symbol of all that they believe whites or Caucasians have lost. Is that right?
Yes, that white people are losing ground. There are many people that believe that America was founded by Anglos, for Anglos, and when our founding fathers said that we would be a nation of immigrants, that they meant white immigrants. And so they very much are concerned about affirmative action. They're concerned about globalization, loss of jobs, minority crime, and there's a sense of grievance, a sense that politicians are not paying attention. And there's a void out there, and there are some leaders that have stepped into that, and because of the internet, they can reach people and they can feed on the fears of people that may be unstable.
Do you see this as only getting worse?
Yes, I do. I believe that we're headed for unprecedented levels of racial conflict and turmoil because of the set of conditions that are converging at this point in history. And it's not just whites. I think that the conditions will fuel violence among other ethnic groups, like black Latinos. We already having increased violence between those groups. It doesn't get discussed much, but black Latino, white black, all sorts of groups. But among the white supremacists and the white nationalists, blacks and Jews are the two most hated groups.
So, I mean, it's a terrible irony with the election of the first African-American president, you saying it's actually because of the way he's perceived by some of these extremists, because of these other factors, this devil's brew, as you said at the beginning. You say we're actually heading for unprecedented levels of racial conflict.
I said that back in 2002, and I believe that the conditions are even more fertile now than what I saw back then. And yes, I do think that racial conflict and violence will increase, and I think we are making a mistake by pretending that it's not out there, or pretending that there isn't a lot of fear and uncertainty among white Americans that are not haters. They don't belong to any type of organized hate group, but they face an uncertain future.
A dialogue important. Carol Swain, appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Still ahead, living with hate. A former roommate of James